The listener network was growing, and growth always brings pressure. At first, the connection felt like a wonder, a thought shared across distances, a memory crossing oceans. A stranger's fear arrives in another person's mind as if it had always belonged there. For many listeners, it felt like proof that humanity had never truly been alone, but not every mind could survive the signal. The first fracture happened quietly. A man in Chicago stopped speaking for 3 days. When he finally opened his mouth, he did not use his own voice. He spoke in coordinates, numbers, star positions, fragments of places no human telescope had ever seen. Then he looked at the doctor beside his bed and whispered, "They are not all asleep." After that, the cases multiplied. A woman in Morocco began drawing the same doorway repeatedly. A teenager in Seoul claimed his dreams were being watched. An old musician in New Orleans played a melody that no one had ever taught him. When scientists converted the melody into waveform data, it matched the Relic's pulse, 3, 2, 4. The government called it neurological contamination. It was called awakening by the listeners. Alara called it something worse, instability. She could feel the damage spreading through the network, not physical damage, not exactly. It was more like a crack forming in thought itself. Some minds were sinking too quickly, others were resisting, and between those two forces, pressure was building. The listener network had become a living bridge, but every bridge has weight limits. They were starting to be outnumbered by humanity. Inside the desert facility, Alara reviewed the latest reports in silence. Hundreds of new synchronized individuals, dozens of containment failures, 5 confirmed cases of shared memory transfer, 1 unexplained disappearance. The file simply read, "Subject vanished during synchronization event, recovered, no exit recorded, final recorded statement. I found the edge." Alara read the sentence again, "I found the edge." She knew what it meant before anyone explained it. The edge of the network, the place where the connection stopped, the place where something else began. Adrian Vale entered the room without knocking. He looked exhausted, not frightened, not yet, but close. "You knew this would happen," he said. Alara did not turn around. "I suspected." "That is not the same thing." "No," she whispered. "It's worse." Adrian stepped closer. "People are losing their minds." Alara looked at him then. "No, their minds are changing faster than they can understand." "That sounds like losing them." "To someone afraid of change, maybe. To someone responsible for keeping people alive," Adrian said. "It sounds like a threat." For a moment, neither of them spoke between them. The relic waited behind reinforced glass, silent, black, patient. Adrian lowered his voice. "We are moving the listeners." Alara's expression changed.
"Where will they be relocated?"
"A secure facility."
"You mean a prison?"
"I mean somewhere controlled."
"You can't contain a network by locking up the people connected to it."
"I can contain bodies." Alara stared at him.
"And what occurs when their minds remain connected?"
Adrian did not answer, because they both knew the truth.
The government had already lost control.
They were just deciding how much force to use before admitting it. That night, the first coordinated listener event occurred. No one planned it, no one gave an order, but across the world, thousands of listeners woke at the same time, not screaming, not panicking, listening. They heard a sound beneath the signal.
Not the relic's pattern,
not the architect's presence, something colder, a silence with intention.
a pressure moving through the spaces between connected minds.
Where it passed, thoughts dimmed, memories blurred, connections snapped.
Some listeners forgot names, some forgot places.
A few forgot themselves, and all of them heard the same phrase, not spoken, not whispered, imposed. Disconnect. Alara felt it like ice behind her eyes. She collapsed to one knee, gripping the edge of the observation table. For the first time since touching the relic, she felt the network recoil, not from humanity, but something entering it.
Nearer soul reached her through the connection.
Her voice was faint,
trembling inside Alara's mind.
Alara, do you feel it?
Alara closed her eyes.
Yes, what is it? Alara looked toward the relic. The black surface seemed darker than before. It was absorbing light from the room.
I don't know,
She whispered, but that was a lie.
some part of her knew.
Some part of the signal had already given the thing a name. The Dominion. The Dominion.